Yeah, it's your boy P. Fuck it, let's run this bitch again. Why? Because I could give two damns, nigga. Yeah. Just want to do a quick current event with y'all, because fuck it, man. Sent out here, getting it in. So, shit, I usually run through my tweets and shit and all of this to do my current events, but I kind of been off Twitter this week, man, just for the fuck of living. I got shit to do, man. I've been trying to get a few things off the ground that it's important for me to handle and manage. And that shit take up fucking time. Motherfucker ain't got time to be on Twitter and shit for hours at a time throughout the day, into my phone constantly throughout the day, checking messages and shit like that, and following the culture of retweets on Twitter, because that's what Twitter is. As I told you, I'm learning Twitter, man, and that shit is like, it's a retweet game. You run the retweet game. Whatever the fuck come out, stories come out. If you're not posting stories and shit, you're pretty much chasing stories. You want to get your comment in and get your, you know what I'm saying, get your likes up or whatever, get your follows up off of that shit or whatever. And that's the Olympics in itself, man. Chasing shit down, hunting shit down, and running through your notifications, all that shit, man. That shit take forever. So yeah, we're gonna first start talking about who I want to start with, man. Then I want to start with Jussie Smollett. I want to talk about the Nigerian-Tariq Nasheed debate. That shit's funny as fuck. I gotta laugh at that shit. Okay, Tariq just put up a post, man. Is this now? This was yesterday, talking about, let me do a quick thread about this Jussie Smollett hoax, because we need to ask questions about who else was involved in this hoax. I've always been critical of the deceptive tactics of the white LGBT community. Now, as we know, Jussie has campaigned with Kamala Harris. Oh, he finna do a timeline. 2, Kamala Harris is one of the people who authored anti-lynching bill. Yeah. Remember, these people below are funded by certain groups with certain agendas that has nothing to do with helping American descendants of slavery. That's why whenever we bring up black agenda, Kamala and Corey change the subject. Yeah. Lynching a federal hate crime. Senators Cory Booker, Tim Scott, and Kamala Harris introduced a bill that would make lynching a federal hate crime. I think I spoke about that bill in my video about Kamala. 3rd, that anti-lynching bill Kamala introduced snuck in some LGBT language at the last minute. White LGBT community has always tried to attach themselves to the plight of black Americans, giving them false impression that they have a comparative historic struggle. I think I talked about this. Even white people called out the deceptive tactic of attaching LGBT language onto a bill, I guess he meant to say onto a bill that addressed the historic attacks on black citizens. People saw they were trying to use black suffering. Oh, even white people called out the deceptive tactic of attaching LGBT language onto a bill that addressed the historic attacks on black citizens. People saw they were trying to use black suffering to push unrelated agendas that would benefit white society. And then 5, after the Jussie attack, all these liberal Kamala Harris supporting media outlets kept going out of their way to use the term homophobic and racist attack. The fact that so many of them were using the exact same terms suggests this was commissioned from the top level. And then op-ed, straight black men silent on Jussie Smollett's homophobic and racist. Yeah. Straight black, that sounds like some Terry Crews shit. Straight black men silence. Straight black men silence, really? So, that's a playbook. We need to recognize that's a playbook for white supremacist media. I'm just now reading this, but I'm going to go in on this shit. We got to recognize that's a playbook for white supremacist media, y'all. For them to say, straight black men silence. Hold up. Get messages and shit. Shut this shit the fuck up. Straight black men silence. That's a playbook now. That's a go-to statement. They're going to run that whenever they feel like they want to run it now. It don't have to be an issue that black men were even silent on. If the opinion of black men is something that if the opinion that is given is about not being in alignment with what the dominant society says, they're going to say black men silence. That's like kind of a white supremacist code. Black men silence. It's like, if you just chop up the sentence, it's like black men be silent type of shit. They want to try to run that type of subconscious psychology through that shit. I see that shit. It's a mind game with their ass, right? But black men silence, wanting to associate black men with silence. No. You already know that's not us. We the loudest motherfuckers in this bitch. We banging on the walls in this bitch. We tearing this motherfucker up. Don't act like that ain't us. But they're trying to recharacterize black men as being silent on issues, especially when black men come out in a disagreement with some sanctioned body or some protected class or some group that's learning from white privileged ass moves like the gay community. They're learning from the moves of white privilege, what to say and how to carry themselves. You understand? Fucking with black men out here. They're learning that from white privileged society. And they run the same verbiage. So this was an op-ed. I don't know where he got this op-ed from. Straight black man's silence on Jussie Small's homophobic and racist attack. I came out and supported the dude. You might forget that shit. Well, I won't say support. I mildly align with his story about shit. Just because I'm a guy, when it comes to legal shit, all right, cases, shit with investigators and the police type of shit, I got a different feel about it through my body when a motherfucker bring up cases. And I don't follow news. I don't follow none of that shit. I go to where the motherfucking cops is talking, what the cops is saying. I go to the cops' Twitter. You understand? I follow the cops' Twitter. You understand? I don't follow CNN on these types of issues. CNN came out talking about two police sources say that Jussie Smollett orchestrated this attack on himself type of shit. That's what the title say. But then you read the article, and again, the whole concept of sources. I don't fuck with sources. A lot of these black media people, I won't say names, but fuck it. A lot of people in black media are running with what sources say. Sources say this, sources say that. And sources got to retract all the motherfucking time. TMZ did it right off the jump, right? The same week that they put the story up talking about, he was talking about that, Jussie Smollett's attackers had on red MAGA hats and all of this shit. It was their sources that said that. Then they ran the retraction saying that no, he said they had a mask. So the sources be lying. All right, sources be lying like a motherfucker. They ran a couple retractions. They also ran a retraction on the MAGA shit. They ran a retraction on that shit, right? From their sources, right? So that's why I don't, with these type of stories, these ambulance chasing ass stories, I go in on them for certain reasons. I'm gonna tell y'all that. I go in on them when I hear white people talking up, saying shit like, well, white people just don't do hate crimes. That's the kind of vibe I was getting from the world. That white folk, it's just impossible for them to be attached to hate crimes and shit. Out there in Chicago, in that part of Chicago where people from Chicago is sitting up saying, yeah, that shit would happen in an area like that, right? So I'm going by the feel on the street. And I'm following what the police say. I go to their Twitter. Nobody's mentioning Anthony Guglielmi. I just got off of his motherfucking Twitter this morning. Nobody's mentioning what the police in Chicago were saying about the investigation. They're going off of news media who want to keep up a news cycle. They're going off of CNN. They're going off of NBC. They're going off of CBS. They're going off these motherfucking outlets. All these motherfuckers, right? Still nobody has brought up what Chicago PD is saying. Now, if you go to Chicago PD, their last statement they dropped was on February 15th. We on the 17th, and people have been dropping story after story after story after story since then, and none of them are quoting what the chief of Chicago communications officer is saying. And again, I'm not saying that I'm still not indicting the guy. I'm still not indicting the guy, really. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to think about it, because I follow the police. And a lot of cats probably don't think of it like that because they probably ain't been no street nigga. You know what I'm saying? They probably ain't had that label casted upon them, shouldered upon them in society. I'm saying, damn. They probably ain't had that throw upon them. Damn. But in an investigation, at the end of the investigation, what they're going to have to follow in a courtroom and what the lawyers are going to follow, they not all this trying people in the court of public opinion. That shit ain't, maybe that's what this is going to turn into, trying people in the court of public opinion. I understand that that's now the culture now. You can try motherfuckers in the court of public opinion. Okay, that's what the fuck it is. Before a trial date, before any legal proceeding. Okay, I get it. But I'm telling y'all, this is dangerous. We can't let this shit just be the culture. But without following police statement, because the police, look, the Nigerian dudes that they arrested and let go, quote unquote, as alleged suspects, these terms like alleged and suspect and person, this shit means something to a police investigative report. Not saying that police are angels. What the fuck, man? That ain't me. I'm saying that what come with following a story, y'all, is my point. What come with following the story and following an investigatory process is to follow the investigation. You can't just run up and say some shit just because NBC put out some shit saying some shit, because their sources are different. You can't just run up because CNN say some shit. Their sources are motherfucking different. So back to the CNN article, CNN talking about two police sources say that that Jussie Smollett orchestrated this attack. Now, that's the title, but read the motherfucking shit. Motherfuckers don't read the shit. If you read it, it says that sources close to the investigation say that he orchestrated the attack. Now, if you was a motherfucker just want to run with the story and run with the hype that everybody keeping up behind it and the current that everybody keeping up behind it in black media and all that shit, run with that shit, you would have ran with that and said, hey, that motherfucker a lying motherfucker, because the police sources close to the investigation. Well, ain't nobody using those terms, sources close to the investigation. Who the fuck is sources? Again, I bring that up. Sources could be anybody. Sources could be somebody that worked for the fucking station, for the newspaper station, I'm saying newspaper, but for the news station. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is sources? But in the very next paragraph, this shit say, police say, I want y'all to watch that. When y'all reading these stories, look for the difference between sources say, who the fuck is sources? If you're not asking that, who the fuck is sources? If you're not asking that, then you're not trying to look for a real answer, right? So when the distinction is made, cops say some shit, police say, then you know you're dealing with some shit that's going to be put in a motherfucking log that's going to show up in a courtroom, right? That's all I'm saying. And, I'm really not, what's going on with his case. Oh, in the very next paragraph, let me just go from what I remember. The very next paragraph was like, police say that he's still not a suspect in this motherfucking case, Jussie Smollett, and that the Nigerian dudes that they released are still, they're not suspects. They're not in jail. All right. Now they went in, they're gonna have to handle up on some shit because they kicked the motherfucker door in and shit like that. They had him on a 48-hour hold and shit. They held him and let him go. But they kicked in their door and all this shit. That's kind of nasty. While they was on a plane or about to get on the plane, that's kind of nasty. All right. But shit like that, there's an angle to how the fuck they coming. These, media personalities in terms of like, NBC, CBS, Chicago, TMZ, ABC, that I think that they're just trying to stir up black emotions and trying to see, can we get black folk to jump on some shit? Can we just make it through a news cycle and stoke black people's emotions? Because we know they're an emotional people. A lot of them come from emotional hoods, emotional families, emotional places. Can we just play with their emotions and get some rise out of them? You know what I mean? It's shit like that going on. You got to understand. So they do shit like that. They're evil. They do shit like that. All right. Now, in terms of the issue with Jussie, shit, I guess we into this shit. How far did we? I guess that's it. Is that all Tariq had to say? Oh, that's on my. Yeah. See, I'm on the Anthony Guglielmi Twitter. Due to new evidence as a result of today's interrogations, the individuals questioned by the police in the Empire case have now been released without charging, and detectives have additional investigative work to complete. That's the last thing they said about it. This was 2 days ago. It was on the 15th, because they got a shooting. Somebody shot at a cop out there, out in Aurora, and they shot somebody. The police shot somebody out there in Chicago. All right, so that is another issue that they've been running on their communications officer's Twitter. Anthony Guglielmi, who you don't hear nobody talk about when it comes to the Jussie Smollett case. Not saying that Jussie Smollett is motherfucking innocent. I'm just saying that you got to watch verbiage when you're doing research. That's what we all put ourselves in a space of doing. When you're in front of these motherfucking cameras and you're doing shit like YouTube and shit, you got to do research. That's the end of it. So, you know, I try to cover my bets. I try to say, now look, what the motherfuckers that's doing the investigation say. Not the motherfucking sideways motherfucker out here talking some shit, trying to push some shit they want to push to try to appease their audience's thirst for some shit. Or they thoughts behind some shit. Like, nah, you can't do that shit. That ain't how the shit is done. But back to Tariq, man, he's talking about Cory Booker pushes anti-lynching bill after Jussie Smollett incident. They use this Jussie hoax to pass this anti-lynching bill. Well, let's look it up. Let's see if they are trying to pass this. Did the bill pass? Oh, he's pushing it. Okay, so understand that in terms of this anti-lynching bill, let me just read further, and I'll get into what Kamala Harris is doing behind this, you know, hate crime shit. We talked about Kamala's hate crime hand and a hand that she has in the hate crime game. We're gonna get to that shit. But let me just read the rest of Tariq's shit because I don't want to, you know, skip over what he's talking about. Jussie Smollett, Empire star hospitalized following possible homophobic rape. Okay. Number 6 in Tariq Nasheed's little timeline, he's trying to put up, he does his little points like this. They used this Jussie hoax to pass this anti-lynching bill, and this is the first time in history the white LGBT community has an official document giving them federal protection as an oppressed group like Black Americans. This lynching bill was a victory for the LGBT crowd. Well, Tariq, I'll tell you this, Tariq, if you're listening. I know you're not listening, my nigga, but I said that. I remember I went through Kamala's bills that she was pushing. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. I told y'all about the bill that she was pushing. Let me pull it up. Shit, I told y'all about this weeks ago. And Tariq is just getting on it, but let me pull it up. Bills. SR. All right, so here we go. We're on the congress.gov, which shows all the members of Congress and all the shit they pushing for. And it's one of the SR somethings. So I can remember what page it was on. Excuse me, y'all. I'm looking for this bill right fast. This was a bill, once I find it, it was a bill that was related to the incident that happened in Charlottesville, Virginia, that meant to criminalize hate crimes. All right. And in this bill, and I believe I talked about this on Twitter as well, that there was a bill that came from it, or either it was the same bill. Let me pull it up, that put a finger on specifically gay people and making going at transgender and gay people. Yeah, it was the bill about transgender people, if I can remember that shit. Like, it made it a crime to do something physical to somebody who lied to you, even if they lied to you and said they were, like, let's say I'm a man and I'm about to fuck this chick. If they lie to me and say they're a woman and I find out that they are a man and I beat their motherfucking ass into the ground until they die, or if I just beat their ass, they're going to make that shit a crime. All right. So maybe this is a different bill. Maybe this is a different bill. All right. So, because what Tariq is talking about, calling this the first time in history the white LGBT community has an official document giving them federal protections as an oppressed group like Black Americans. This lynching bill was a victory for the LGBT crowd. Now, for lynching, that's something different. That's something that's directly in alignment with Black people's struggle. All right, so yeah, I see what Tariq getting at. Because of Kamala's lynching bill, the white LGBT. Let me just read on. I don't feel like going through the bill. She's just got page after page of this shit, and I don't want to keep people waiting around. Because of Kamala's lynching bill, the white LGBT community can use this as a precedent to get even more federal rights and protections for themselves off the suffering of Black people. And it doesn't matter that the Jussie attack was a hoax because the bill is passed already. And then Judge Joe Brown, my man, he's like, circumstantial evidence that suggests dot. Okay, I'm trying to see what he's trying to say. We're trying to get his opinion. Seems like it at least meets the standard of a preponderance of evidence. I don't know. Oh, Judge Joe Brown, he's throwing these little quizzical witticisms to his followers. He think we all lawyers and shit. We ain't all lawyers. We ain't all lawyers, Judge Joe Brown, but we could possibly be lawyers, Judge Joe Brown. We fuck with Judge Joe Brown. Y'all follow Judge Joe Brown on Twitter if you want to get a motherfucker's opinion. A brother who in the game of lawyers and judges and shit, and he be spitting knowledge, man. He on the straight Black men, stand up and be strong and don't let that bullshit out there move you type of shit. I like his content. But yeah, I feel what Tariq is saying on this. Jussie Smollett, he gonna have to deal with this. The gay Black community and the gay white community, they're gonna have to hold this one. All right, they're gonna have to hold this one. Like I said, I was mildly aligned with his story, and I'm so motherfucking smart, man. I'm glad I made a lane to say, look, this motherfucker ain't all the way Black. His daddy Russian. He a white dude. He a Russian, white, Jewish guy. He's a white dude. So if they try to make this shit fall back on Black people in any way, I'll open that lane. So I could be like, nah, get this white boy out of here with this white boy shit. I did that shit for a reason. I'm ready to say that shit. I was ready to do a response video like that to the shit, just in case some shit like that happen. Like, yeah, man, but let me touch on this anti-Semitic note that people are kind of trying to whisper about, but not really going hard about. Let me take that and just run with that too on my response to what the fuck this situation was when it came out. I was like, yeah, let me put that in there too, because bullshit happened. And yeah, man, a lot of bullshit is happening. But again, the police are trying to pull this case one way. Jussie's alignment with the LGBT community and Kamala Harris, they're trying to pull it another way and trying to run a bill through. Because I remember Kamala came out talking all this shit about, how this was such a horrible attack against gay people. I remember that shit. She made it to be, she came out clapping for the gay community on this shit and whooping it up for the gay community. So yeah, that's some dirtball shit to try to, you gay motherfuckers, y'all are getting another strike against y'all. Y'all are getting another strike against y'all. I hope y'all listening out there, gay people. This is what happens when you let gayness go unchecked. When you just let y'all's people not have no code, not have no rules to run by. When all they running by is about the rules of privilege, y'all get to shit on communities. This is gay social bullying. You get to socially bully your agendas and shit, and people are calling it out, man. Kamala's a dirtbag. You know what I mean? She's a dirtbag from her prosecutorial record and into her antics leading up to her quote unquote just running through her presidential aspiration part of her life, right? And to use the Black struggle and also throw Black people's name under the bus with this shit, because basically this is like gives the white supremacists an angle to say, them niggers are lying when they say some shit going on like this. Those niggers are lying. Well, no. See, we got to push back and say, no, us niggers aren't lying when some shit like this happened, because The issue with Kamala and Jussie, that was meant to pass anti-lynching bill that Kamala was trying to get through and snake through because she's a fucking snake. It didn't have shit to do with the integrity of the black community. That's a snake called Kamala trying to push through some shit and run through some produced effort to get some shit to come off and get some shit to pull off that she's trying to do. It has nothing to do with the black community. So we're gonna have to be batting that shit down. We're gonna have to be batting that shit down, yo. I'm just letting y'all know. I'll be one of the voices on the front line because I put my name on the line. I got on some people in my comments, like I debated people like, look, man, follow what the cops are saying. I'm still like, follow what the cops are saying, but since we looking at this other angle, like, goddamn, all right, now I'm gonna look at what the cops is gonna say. But I don't think the cops is gonna bring up Kamala. I don't think the cops is gonna bring up the anti-lynching part. They're just gonna be like, all right, motherfucker, if you lied, that's that ass. We'll see you in court, motherfucker. He got some defense lawyers and shit. He gonna have to eat this one. He gonna have to eat it. Lee Daniels gonna have to eat it. Taraj gonna have to eat it. Taraji P. Henson, she gonna have to eat it. Everybody who fuck with him on his album gonna have to eat it. Kamala gonna have to eat it. All this the gay Tupac shit, yo, that's disrespect. I wanted to jump through the motherfucking screen when I saw that shit pop up on my feed. Like, gay Tupac, really, man? Really? Pac shot cops, dog. Pac shot cops who fuck with black people, dog. What's the fuck you talking about, man? You ain't no gay. There ain't no gay motherfucker that done had to move on society that Pac had and pushed black people in a way that Pac had. That pushed the world in a way that Pac had. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not. I ain't seen that. I ain't seen nobody gay do that. They ain't doing what Pac did. Where's the gay Dear Mama? Where's the gay Pain, motherfucker? Where's the gay What's your phone number? You know what I'm saying? Where's that shit from the gay community? Y'all motherfuckers ain't on that. Y'all running with Kamala. Y'all trying to push gay agendas and trying to go for protective things, trying to make y'all's protected class get legislation moved in your favor by pulling off hoaxes, by pulling off scams. Y'all scamming in order to get legislation passed. That's what y'all doing. Pac ain't scamming to get legislation passed. When Pac was alive, he wasn't scamming the public to get legislation passed and making up fake ass sob stories to get legislation passed to make him who's already being allowed to be a social bully, which gay people are allowed to be, is social bullying and be able to socially bully their lifestyle and their way of being and acting onto people. And you can't say nothing about them because then you're bad. You get finger wagged and all of this shit, right? But that shit gonna have to stop now. You gay people gotta hold this. I hope y'all understand the terrain that Jussie Smollett opened up for you gay people, man. He's gonna make it really hard. Every time a motherfucking gay person come crying about something, you gay, man, get that gay lying gay motherfucker out of here. That's what it's gonna be now. He just set y'all back. Had he been telling the truth, you know what I'm saying? Or had he not, whether he's lying or not, it don't matter. Had he not had Kamala attached to this shit to pass an anti-lynching bill, y'all would have had it a little easier. But y'all gonna have it fucked up. Whether he lying or not, he got Kamala attached to this shit. And that's gonna not wash down well with the public. So, hey, you gay people, y'all got a problem. Y'all got a big ass problem. I hope y'all know. Shit, y'all gonna have to deal with it. Y'all gonna have to fucking deal with it. And so anytime you hear a gay person say, stop, they messing with me. They beat me up. They beat me up. Yeah, oh, stop your gay ass lies, is what the world gonna say. That's what's gonna happen. You understand? Yo, the Nigerian brothers that ran with the shit, you set Nigerian people back. I just did a video on ADOS and having to vet these vet pan Africanism, vet pan-Nigerianism, vet pan-Ghanaianism, vet everything that has to do with black immigrants that ain't melanated ADOS. I just did a post on that type of shit, on how this class that wants to replace American descendants of slaves, just like the gay people, they want their leanings and their ideations to replace those of traditional straight black society, right? They want their acceptance, but their little whining and shit, it don't go over well no more because y'all aligning with dirtbags like Kamala to get shit passed in your favor and shitting on our protection. We don't got no law that protects us. We get lynched and they say it was a suicide. Let me put that in my tweet. Let me do a tweet. All this attaching to Kamala is really gonna fuck up stuff for gay people with this. You say gay on Twitter without them getting that. Let me LGBT people with this. Even if he lied or not. Well, I want to say even if he lied or not. Attaching Kamala with this, I'll just say it seems so opportunistic. And gay people, LGBTs, are going to have to eat the mistrust people will now have for them every time they come crying. People will be wondering, are they lying? Are they looking for an LGBT set aside? Question mark. All this attention to Kamala is really gonna fuck up stuff for LGBT people with this. I'll just say all this attention to Kamala is gonna really fuck up stuff for LGBT people. ADS don't fuck with them. ADOS. Hashtag ADOS. We ain't fucking with her. We ain't fucking with her. So you gays, you sure that's who y'all want to be with, Kamala? Okay, that's y'all side. That's y'all team. Word. It seems opportunistic. And ADOS don't like her. For my laugh emoji. We don't like her. Oh shit. Don't like her. Y'all always follow me on Twitter. Like I said, check me out. When I be bombing on Twitter, I be bombing shit on Twitter. Saying trying to get my followers up. You know what I'm saying? It's an uphill battle. Once they erase your whole account, what the fuck can you do, man? It's an uphill battle, man. Ain't shit to do. But to come up the long way, come up the hard way over and over again. But it's all right, you know, we got iStar and other shit like that. There's some other platforms I'm gonna be looking at. Got my website. It's damn near ready. I'm talking. But I need like if I wanted something like a Twitter on my shit, that would take longer. I don't think I'm gonna do that. But I've been working on it. I'm trying to get it down. LGBT is gonna have to eat the mistrust people will now have for them, and every time they come crying, wondering are they lying? Are they looking for LGBT set asides? They're gonna have to eat this shit. You understand what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand what I'm saying, y'all. Like, motherfuckers gonna have to eat this shit. Cause to be on the side of a community that we all see is already fake marginalized. Gay as a construct in Western society they're not getting shit done to them on a daily basis. They're not getting attacked for being gay, and that's just not happening. They're not getting shot in the streets because they're gay. So they just be pushing for little set asides and little grab bags and little all that shit. We see that shit. That's kind of like what the immigrants are doing. The black immigrants are doing. They fall on the same pathway. I'm gonna put that in there too, man. Reminds me of a lot of black immigrants. Shit. Non. What was I calling them? I was calling them vetted diaspora coons. Shit, yeah. Shit, yeah. Diaspora coons. Ezra Gamal is really gonna fuck up stuff for LGBT people. ADOS don't like her. Ezra is gonna have to eat the mistrust people will now have for them every time they come crying, wondering are they lying? Wondering are they looking for LGBT set asides? Reminds me of vetted diaspora coons. Reminds me of damn, you run out of space on this bitch. Reminds me of non ADOS blacks. Oh, it's too much to write in that bitch. It won't go just yet. But y'all know what, I'm about to put it up. I don't want to take too much time talking about it. I'm gonna put it up. Y'all already know. I'll just save it somewhere. Save it somewhere. But that's that. You know, that's some scam, dirt ball shit, dirty ball. They playing dirty ball, son. You know what I mean, shit is that ain't what the fuck it is. So that was all that was going on with the Jussie Smollett shit. I had to go on that a little bit. But yeah, you black immigrants, we was just talking about you motherfuckers. Y'all dirtball shit. You know what I mean? For y'all to be involved in this shit. Because again, it shows and proves that y'all don't have a care for what happens to black Americans and how we look based off of the shit y'all do. Y'all come over here doing dirtball shit. What I say? I said y'all come over here cooning. Y'all come over here world starring. Y'all come over here goofing off. That's just some goofball ass shit. Who would agree to be involved with some shit like that with Jussie Smollett from another country unless you came over here on some goofball, not taking the shit over here that's going on with black people seriously type of shit. That's how you Nigerian motherfuckers look. Anybody that want to be down with what the fuck these motherfuckers was involved in, the receipt at their motherfucking house for the fucking rope and shit like that. So they gonna start snitching. They gonna snitch. They don't give a fuck about this American Jussie Smollett. They don't care about his lawyers. They gonna start snitching. It's gonna happen. It's gonna motherfucking happen. So Jussie, I don't know why you threw your career under the bus. That shit don't make sense. I still looking for an explanation behind that. Like, why would you throw your career away? Because ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. And you're making this shit hard for gay people and for Nigerians out of this shit. So hey, look, what the fuck, man? Hey, and then I tell you, these motherfuckers be over here acting the ass. These Nigerians, I ain't just jumping on Nigerians, but goddamn, Nigerians got names. I told you they be vetted coons coming over here and running back and forth with getting a little plane ticket and running back and forth, talking about how they so much better. Like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, you let a motherfucker just run wild long enough, eventually they gonna start tripping themselves up, man. Which leads me to my next point I wanted to talk about, man, was this Nigerian motherfucker that was on Tariq Nasheed's live a couple days ago, trying to argue Tariq down about why we don't need to be saying we're ADOS. Shut up, nigga, is my comment. Nigga, you shut up. You ain't been here. Your people ain't been here. The groundwork here is not soaked in the blood of your people. You hear what I'm saying, nigga? If you listening, man, motherfucker, you ain't in the street out here. You ain't bleeding in the street like niggas like me, nigga. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? You running with a fuck narrative, man. You like the Jussie Smollett dude. You know what I mean? He making up a case, man. You making up a case, dog. You making up a reason to have a motherfucker align with you when motherfuckers going through real shit out here. Jussie Smollett made a fake ass reason for motherfuckers to align with him when motherfuckers like me, like I told y'all, man, I got motherfucking police stalking me. You know what I mean? Real cases on the fucking books. And real cool motherfuckers is siding with the police type of shit. I got real shit I'm dealing with while I'm doing these posts and shit, still researching, still doing what I gotta do for my people, man. I'm dealing with real shit. Real shit, man. And y'all motherfuckers is making up shit and playing with this experience out here. And this shit is, nah, man. I'm not playing with this experience out here. This is my life. And I won't tolerate some motherfucker like you coming around playing with our life and our experience. That's all we're saying with ADOS. Is we invested in this shit for real, man. So y'all to be clowning and playing games and just wanting to tack on y'all self to us whenever y'all want to, whenever y'all can get some, whenever y'all feel like it. No. He was just such an argumentative motherfucker, man. I've met brothers from where he from. I don't know what city, but I mean, I've met brothers. You know, if you ever talk to an African motherfucker, a young African motherfucker, these like second generation motherfuckers, there's some real argumentative motherfuckers. They got a lot of argument in them. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of argument in them and not a lot of facts. You know, that dude didn't have shit to say. Excuse me. You know, that dude ain't have shit to say about. He kept saying shit like, well, what groundwork have you laid here? Type of shit. I noticed that with a lot of these second generation Africans. They don't know the groundwork that we've laid. They don't have no understanding of our history here. So they come over here talking shit. They got their parents in their ear saying, don't fuck with the Makadas. And then everything out of their mouth is just talking shit from their childhood on up. It's just shit talking. But shit talking ain't shit when you run into a wall of facts, motherfucker. And this nigga's out here like me, that's scouring the block looking for a motherfucker that don't know what the fuck you talking about, so I can smack his head off, man. You know what I'm saying? This motherfuckers like Tariq, man, that's scouring the block looking for a motherfucker that want to align himself with what the fuck we talking about, but you ain't really down with our gang. Nigga, I'm gonna smack your fucking head off, man. That's the real of it, man. You want to mention us, nigga, and you ain't down, nigga, smack your fucking head off, man. That's what the shit look like to me. So I see a motherfucker like him, this dude arguing. That's pretty much the point. He didn't know the history of us, and you know, he ran with this stupid shit that I hate when they say, you act like Africa is one place. When you said, no, bitch, what the fuck? How dumb do you think we are? That shows they think we motherfucking dumb out here, y'all. They think we fucking dumb, all right? The ADOS, black people on my channel, the melanated family on my channel, black folk on my channel, black Americans on my channel. These motherfucking Africans think we dumb, y'all. They think we fucking dumb, man. You know what I'm saying? I've said to Africans out my mouth, look, man, I know what y'all be talking about when y'all talk that Akata shit, but when y'all go home, y'all be talking some more. Y'all be talking that Akata shit, but around me, it's bro, and bro. Yeah, but I know that Akata shit, though. And they get quiet. Because they know it's a dividing line that I wasn't supposed to see. You're not supposed to see that dividing line, brother. Just listen to what I'm saying, brother. Listen to what, that's what this motherfucker was doing, man. He kept trying to, hey, but listen, hey, but what I'm thinking, yeah. If you ever argue with an African, you know they own that shit. They'll be trying to point to some far off shit, but what's right in front of their face, they ignoring. And we trying to tell them, look, motherfucker, look, hold your own nuts, man. If you can't see that y'all's, what Tariq was getting on was this tribalism shit. Like, if you can't see that the tribalism is kicking y'all ass, you a dumb motherfucker anyway, man. You ain't on with what we dealing with. You already behind. You in behind right now. Judging by the pace of this fight that we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You are several heartbeats behind what we doing, man. And that ain't going to sit. Come around us, man. Is my point. Was arguing and shit and just getting on everybody's nerves in the chat. And, you know, I need to get on this Instagram shit and catch one of them lives, but I ain't got time to be, I really don't have the time to catch this lives, man. I be doing this behavior right here, man, and I be doing other shit, man. Like I said, man, I'm not a you know, I try to catch y'all on with certain things, but my life is on some, I help my people and I hustle. Cause I'm not one of these YouTubers I'm not on my Cynthia G shit. Like, you know, when Cynthia G was talking about leaving YouTube and shit, you know, if I leave YouTube, I'll just leave YouTube and just go back to working again. Like, no. Everybody know me. Everybody know P. I've talked to my homeboys about this shit before I was even start doing this shit. I was like, look, man, if certain shit don't work out for me, y'all already know I'm gonna be back in the street. And that's sad, man. I don't want to have to go back to that shit. I don't want to have to be around that shit. But I ain't finna go to no job. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with y'all. I'm saying, because I know this shit gotta get out. You know what I'm saying? I know this shit gotta be said. I know this shit has got to be said, and it ain't being said out of Texas. Coming out of Texas, I just want to say that I just wanted to put a South spin on this whole black media shit, right? A Texas spin on it. Because motherfuckers, ain't nobody out in Texas talking like me in this bitch about shit. So I'm like, all right, let me do me. But yeah, I don't got nothing to go back to, man. I don't got shit to go back to. So I put my all into all of this shit. I'll do every cast. I guess my last cast I'm gonna do with y'all, man. This shit is serious to me. So you see motherfuckers like this Nigerian motherfucker downplaying our struggle, downplaying our situation. Like, what did y'all do for us though? How? What resources did y'all put for us? Like, that's just a dumb motherfucker that don't know. He is a motherfucker that's ignorant of the skeleton and of the scaffold of America. He just don't know America's history. He don't realize that black American DOS blood is in the railroad system that built all the buildings you see in America. He don't understand that our blood is in Wall Street. Our blood is in the plantations that built Wall Street in New York. He was in Rhode Island. And I don't even think that's like really a black ass place, really. So you was a fucking Rhode Island nigga. You don't even be around. Man, hold, let me get a little advice on what the fuck is Rhode Island. Just a racial demographic. Racial demographic. Let me do a little research for y'all. Y'all watching me do it here live. Cause goddamn it, y'all. Of Rhode Island. Here we go. Racial demographic. It's a motherfucking Rhode Island. Rhode Island nigga, man. Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit, man. The racial diversity in the population of Rhode Island currently stands at 81% Caucasian. 81% Caucasian, 6.5% African American, 5.8% other races, 3.3% Asian, 2.9%. Man, he ain't even around black people, man. I'm saying, I think he said he went to a HBCU. Said something about Baltimore. Oh man, he said something about Baltimore. He might have some people out there. He might be. I think he said he was from Baltimore or he was out in Baltimore, something like that. Look, man, Rhode Island nigga. The fuck, man. The point is, man, he don't know about, or he don't appreciate. Rather, it's not that he don't know, because what I find is Africans, they do know, but they hide it. Yo, I sent a text to one of my Nigerian homegirls a few days ago. I'm saying like we buddy. We went out a couple times and shit. But I was like, look, I sent her a text one day. I was like, look, I saw on social media that, this term akata, does akata mean wild animal as a disparaging term to American descendants of slaves? I use that exact same term. And then I ended with, because I heard it on I seen it on social media. I just wanted to get some clarification, right? And she usually always hit me back, especially with text. She loved for me to text her. She ain't hit me back. I'm saying, like, she still ain't hit me back. It's been like a couple of days. I'm like, I know she busy. I know she got things to do. But when it's time to make time for your boy, she know how to do that. I'm gonna get in her ear and I'm gonna let y'all know how that fold out. But I'm saying, like, yo, they know. I'm saying they just gonna lie to us. I've told y'all before that people from the mother continent, when we talk about akatas, they're going to lie. When we talk about them being only one-sided and only wanting to take from what we've laid down here and try to leave us behind and try to replace us as the model Negro in America, they're going to lie when we bring that up. They're going to say we don't know what we're talking about. They're going to say, look over here, brother, because you see it's colonialism, brother. Colonialism. Well, colonialism is bringing out coons on the Breakfast Club to try to say that us ADOS are picking on Kamala. They feeling us. They feeling our effect out here, and they got to make counter moves to what we do out here. And y'all, majority population, where y'all at, and scared of the motherfuckers. Somebody tell these motherfuckers how the fuck shit go for real around this bitch. How the shit really supposed to fly around this fuck. Because they seem to not really put the shit together. And I'm just trying to understand what the fuck be going on inside of their dome top about this shit. You understand? This is what your boy P be talking about. So, I mean, like, fuck that. Yo, that dude, he got on my nerves, man. And if you call in, you know what I mean? Again, I know y'all gonna ride him in the Instagram world. He a buster to me. So if y'all want to know what I think about him and people like him who try to hide and lie and try to deflect off of the fact that we built this country, American DOS, solely with no help from nobody, white or black, no colonizers helped us. I mean, they waited for us to build it so then they could torture and torment us into jacking all of what we did the whole way. It was all about torture and torment for us. Y'all getting checked by these motherfuckers over there in y'all home country and want to come over here and try to police some shit and say what we supposed to do. And y'all getting checked, but you want to police what the fuck we supposed to be on. Stop it. Get out of here. Y'all in a lot of fear. Y'all on some bullfuck over there. We don't want to hear your mouth. You a weak motherfucker. Y'all people weak. Y'all people conquered over there. And if y'all come over here, sit at our feet. But don't be trying to act like you gonna be dictating shit around this bitch. You let us run this motherfucker and you sit at our feet. And if y'all ain't got the integrity and the humbleness to sit at our feet and shut the fuck up when we talking about what the fuck we gonna be doing around this bitch, you out of line. And you're a traitor to what the fuck we trying to do. We see you as now you're an enemy. Now you're a fucking enemy. All right. And I know Tariq wasn't trying to put it in these words. His kids and his wife was in the room. All right, I get it, man. Nah, I was just playing. You know, I know Tariq, he ain't gonna sugarcoat shit. You know what I'm saying? But you motherfuckers, man, y'all gotta understand. ADOS, yeah, it's a gang. We gang. We in a gang. All right. It's a gang. Y'all gotta deal with it. If y'all don't appreciate it, deal with what the gang do. You know what I'm saying? And that's really it. So that's my talk on that dude. What else, man? Oh yeah, I put a little Bow Wow on this shit, man. I'm just trying to think of current events. Like, what the fuck else is going on, man? If I ran through my Twitter, man, you know, it's a lot of shit happening. Little Bow Wow. I don't know why I thought of that, but if you think about Little Bow Wow, what the fuck, man? Tariq, he's a fucking fool. He a fool. My man, Rizza Islam. Yeah. Okay. They got this Nigerian dude talking to God on the phone. I'm talking to God on the phone. Oh, we've been sending that out for weeks. This preacher is talking to God on the phone. See if y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear it? See if y'all can hear it.
Oh, I should ask her who is Sibo. Who is Sibo?
Oh, he's like, hype up for this shit.
Hold on. Okay. What else, Papa God?
What else, Jesus? What else, Papa Jesus? What else, Papa? What do you want? Oh, Jesus. On the phone, walking up and down the motherfucking aisles in the church on the motherfucking phone. Oh, Jesus. Like he talking to motherfucking white Jesus. All right. This is the fuck shit they got over there with they fucking shit, man. All right. Well, we laughing about that shit, but all right. Yeah. Antonio Moore. Yeah. We gonna keep slamming on Kamala. Keep it up. God damn, that bitch. Motherfucking the bridge is over her ass. Yeah. They just destroyed of my man Black Authority. How ironic Tarana Burke admitted her Me Too movement is about fostering hatred of black men. Yeah, she did. Why am I supposed to go after white men? Y'all remember that bullshit. Don't y'all forget that bullshit. And now only the black male, and now the only black male she felt was worthy of her support, a gay dude is what I'm gonna say. He didn't put that, but he's a gay dude. She felt that, oh, he's worthy of being soft handled and handled with kitty gloves because gay people are just so harmless and everybody should be pandering to them. They're such a weak, enfeebled class of people that they have to be pandered to and uh, led along and carried everywhere they go and handled very softly. I'm from a place where gay people will run up on you, shoot you, blow your brains out. They'll rape children. What? This is the shit they on, man. So coming out of where I came from, man, to a world where people are supposed to act like these motherfuckers is all nice, I've always been on some fuck out of here, man. So that's where we coming from on my channel. If you're on my channel, you from the when it come to gay people. I'm just saying, the LGBT, all of them. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy and wild just like everybody else. Don't try to. It's only white people that try to make y'all look like y'all some dainty gay type shit. That came from a white people community. The dainty gay, that's white people shit. Y'all just attributed it through black culture and y'all think that's y'all shit. But it ain't. We know what the fuck y'all do. Y'all do scandalous shit like motherfucking Jussie Smollett too. Don't try to act like y'all motherfuckers is saints. We already know y'all do dirtbag shit. Don't try to play us like we're ignorant of what y'all do. Y'all motherfucking do pieces of shit. Let's see. So, it was that. But man, see, I'm trying to look for other shit. But we're talking about Bow Wow. Look, man, with his girl beating up on him. Hey, man. What was her name? Kamoni? Let me get her name up in here, man. With Bow Wow, in my opinion, look, motherfuckers just laughing at him. Oh, they got surveillance of the shit now. Oh, they got surveillance of the shit of him in an elevator. It was an elevator assault, really? Oh, okay, yo. Oh, so it came out. I didn't see the elevator fight, but says that he was cornering her, getting all up in her grill. This is motherfucking TMZ saying this shit. Okay. So let me see what TMZ says. They say that from a video from their apartment complex shows Bow Wow and Kiyomi Leslie Holden in an elevator after a night of partying. He looks pissed off at her. He rips something from her hand and appears to berate her. And then they got into a knockdown, drag out brawl, which led up to some brawls. So they had been arguing. And they say Bow Wow got mad because she was talking to another dude at a party. Okay, so she was talking to another dude at a party, and Bow Wow got mad because she called him a bitch ass nigga. So Bow Wow's getting called bitch ass niggas by chicks that he can't let go. I think they've said they had a history of just then she done bruised up his body and scratched his face up. Well, damn. Now she says that Bow Wow hit her several times, took her phone, and refused to let her out the bedroom, and then she went on a scratching punching fest. Well, damn, this commentary went very different. I was gonna say, man, look, man, damn, Bow Wow, motherfuckers is laughing at Bow Wow. My comment was I was really gonna say, goddamn, motherfuckers is laughing at Bow Wow after getting beat up, and that's not right. Because when a man get beat up, why is it all funny? But when a girl get beat up, it's take that Negro money, take that black man's money. I didn't like that aspect of it, but now he's okay. So the angles to it are that he was getting called names by some girl. Some girl called him a bitch ass nigga. He's snatching the phone and shit and basically just kind of being rough with her. But it don't look like he hit her first type of shit. I think she's a liar if she's saying that. Yeah. I think she's a liar. I think that's still gonna sit. Talking about he flew into a jealous rage because she was talking to another man at a party. I think she's just a violent person. The fact that they were in the elevator, here it is. Before the incident, they were just arguing before the incident. Yeah. They were arguing. It was a violent fight. He forcefully snatched something from her. Still doesn't mean that you get to lay into somebody like the way she did. That's just he. Now she says Bow Wow hit her several times and then took her phone. Where's the hits? Where's the hits several times? She's lying. Okay, I'm gonna say she's a liar because if a man, I don't care if he's even as little as Bow Wow, if a man hits you, you're going to know that he's a man, and it's gonna fucking hurt. You know, I know women that try to get you to fight. You know, I've dealt with women in my past that try to get me to fight because they just hood gangster bitches and they need a man to punch them sometimes or to fight them sometimes so they can feel like, yes, that nigga love me. I'm telling you this how a portion of them think. I won't say all of them, but goddamn, the ones that I was dealing with at the time when I was on my street shit, they was on some street shit too. It was like some gangster meets gangster shit, so they need some rough shit. I ain't even finna lie. That's what the fuck she was needing, right? But at the same time, I'm in the streets, penitentiary chance taking shit going on in my life and around me. So it's like, man, I'm already in jeopardy of catching the case 24/7, fucking with that shit. So to be around you, a girl, you a girl, you supposed to be a little bit, be my peace, goddamn it. As they say these days, be my peace. You supposed to be that shit. You ain't trying to be my peace. You want me to be in a jeopardy of catching the case around you too? Really? That's what we doing? Case catching all day, you motherfuckers. I'm saying I'm dealing with fucking motherfuckers that's animals all day, and you don't want to be my peace. Really? That's what you do. So with those type of chicks, that could go either way. That could go in either direction. You know what I'm saying? But Bow Wow, he fucking with a chick. She want to be a little pretty ditzy chick. So he snatched her phone, and she that probably translated to her getting hit in ditzy pretty chick world, right? Or she could also have realized that, hey, look, he's a black man. Anything I say will stick. But of course, there's no marks on her. There ain't no marks. She looked perfect coming in through the goddamn motherfucking intake to the motherfucking jail. So shit, they're gonna have to explain that shit. She's gonna have to explain her lies. I think she's lying. Is my point. But I think we spent enough time. We did another hour. But I didn't want to do this type of post, yo. But you know what? Fuck it. Because I know that if I double up on posts, people don't watch up. But fuck it. Fuck if people watch it or not. Fuck it. I'm just gonna drop heat, and y'all get at your boy. Y'all holler at me once I do other shit and keep my other shit coming like I be doing. Got other shit, yo. I got other shit to drop. You know what I mean? I'm just piecemealing out my shit, piecing out my packs to y'all. And y'all gonna enjoy it. Y'all gonna be down. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. Oh, hold up. While I'm talking about I know it, I know it. Yo, motherfucking Kodak Black. And fucking what's the boy? Floyd Mayweather, man. Let me not leave without talking about them boys real quick. Real quick, just want to get in on Floyd and Kodak Black. Look, Kodak Black, you know what I mean? He got a problem with being black. Right? Let's just say that. Right? He's an inbuilt problem with being black because he's dark skinned, and dark skinned people get made fun of in America. That's the culture here. Unfortunately, if you don't have an eye for dark skinned people, I mean, if you don't like how dark skinned people look from wherever your upbringing might be, if that's your thing, then you're part of that crowd. You put that kind of push on dark skinned people when you're around them. And he's just been feeling that his whole life. He's still young, about 20, probably about 21, some shit. Plus, he's been in the streets, and he's just used to being around a bunch of women that only want him for what his streets can give them, type of shit. So he don't feel no appreciation coming up out the streets. That it's a very non-appreciative world. that he came from. Nobody loved him. Nobody feel for him genuinely. So translate that into a career, you making millions, and a motherfucker asks you to boycott a cloth maker, a clothes maker, a bag maker like Gucci because they made some racially insulting product. Well, goddamn, his whole life he's used to being racially insulted. You see what I'm saying? His mind state is, I don't like black women. He on some goofy shit like that, right? He on some goofy shit, right? So you bring that mentality into a conversation that requires critical thinking, criticizing somebody like a boycott would require. A boycott requires you to be critical of somebody and criticize them and run through and take pointed action based on your criticism. Still got the boycott going on with Delta Sigma Theta. The boycott is actually now going to be, it's kind of off topic, but the boycott of Delta Sigma Theta, it's now going to start spreading to the local colleges now. I'm in phase 3 of this shit. I'm gonna do an update on that. I don't like to do just update after update after update. I like to let this shit drop. I like to let the shit drop as one big bomb. So I'm gonna keep y'all abreast of the shit. Still been running that shit. Y'all don't think I've been sleeping. Hope not. You know what I'm saying? But a boycott requires thoroughness. It requires stick to itness. It requires steadiness. He ain't about that. He want to flash and floss because he young and he got made fun of for being black his whole life. So he don't even see the insult in it no more. It's kind of wore off on him basically. He don't even see the insult in a motherfucker black facing shit. He don't even see the history behind white people insulting black people by using blackface. All right. And that's the issue. I said in my Twitter, every day of the week during Black History Month, they're gonna be doing some shit just like this. Some blackface, like the motherfucker out in Virginia, the Coon Man, all that shit. They're gonna be doing shit like this. This shit is symbolic for white society, for the dominant society. It's symbolic for them to trash black people during Black History Month, especially with social media. This shit is now easier for them to do. They're able to get into our psyche and tap into our melanin absorption process and what we absorb from through our melanin daily. They're able to tap into that using social media, using marketing. They're able to do that now that a lot of us got TVs now. A lot of us got access to their thoughts, white people's thoughts, and their racist thoughts every day. We have access to that. We're absorbing that into our melanin every day. We're having to filter through that using our consciousness to filter through what our body is absorbing, right? Determining whether it's good or bad for us, right? That's a process. Melanin is constantly absorbing it. White people know it, so they play on our melanin. So we have to be wise to it. That's just a strike against being black. We got to do it. There ain't nothing that we can do to stop our melanin from being active. All right. Maybe get on some biolocate shit like our brother Dr. Delbert Blair. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestor Delbert Blair. Get on some shit like that, right? That's one of his big things, biolocate. You know, when he was kicking it. Um, but where you, if y'all don't know, biolocate is like, you can eat you could be a vegan, but if you eat a meat sandwich, you put your mind space in a space where you're not inside of your body type shit, right? You be a bodybuilder, but then you gotta put yourself in a space where you're not in the bodybuilder's body and having to digest all this shit type of shit. I believe it was this concept behind biolocating. It's like basically some outer body shit while you in your body walking around shit. A lot of us aren't able to vibrate like that in terms of us controlling what our melanin content is about. A lot of us are. So this brother, Kodak Black, back to the topic, he don't see black disrespect. He don't know how it look. because he's just been so conditioned to it that he hasn't filtered it for so long. He's just been taking it and taking it and taking it and taking it for so long. These insults upon blackness that it's produced a motherfucker that don't move when a motherfucker say, hey, this is racist against black people. All he see is, I'm dark skinned. That people don't like dark skinned people. What they gonna say to me? I know that I spend my money and the girls come when I spend my money though. That's all he knows. He dark and he spend his money when the girls come. And the girls come when he spend his money. That's all he know. He's young. He don't even know. So he's gonna run with it. He's gonna be, and it's us, we're gonna call him a coon. And it is cooning. We're gonna say he's a coon. He was in this motherfucking video talking about, y'all, how about y'all go get that KKK? How about? Nigga said about 27 times. I don't even think he got to the end of what he was trying to say. But it's like, nah, you don't get to say that either, dog, because Kodak. You know, Florida, homie, y'all got George Zimmerman walking around that bitch. Floridas can't talk gangster shit to me, in my opinion. Can't nobody in Florida talk gangster tough. Nobody until George Zimmerman has been handled. You understand? That's the shit on my channel. If you from Florida, I got family from Florida. You know what I'm saying? I think I told y'all this before. If you're from Florida and you not handling George Zimmerman, you don't get to get on records talking gangster shit. You don't get to get on no Instagram live talking tough to some rapper. You don't get to do that. All those privileges have been revoked in the black community. So it's a different current going on in the black community than what Kodak Black is used to dealing with. He ain't used to motherfuckers charging them up about boycott. He ain't used to motherfuckers charging them up about some gangster shit you shouldn't be talking out your mouth being from Florida due to some George Zimmerman motherfucker walking around like he tough around you niggas. He ain't used to hearing that type of current. So, you know, that shit gonna land where it's gonna land. You know what I mean? It's just some normal shit. People was trying to say he was Glock 9 talking about, oh man, he was on DJ Vlad talking about, oh no, I don't want no black woman, I don't want no black bitch. No. That was Glock 9 punk ass talking that shit. But again, you know, he's got the same issue. Dark skin. Chicks only started fucking with him when he started spending that bread. And he ain't, certain brothers, they're not gonna stop spending that bread so the chicks can come around. Floyd's another example. It was like they talking about they want me to boycott. This boy gonna get on the yacht. And I'm like, you had to say boy, homie. Damn. You had to say boy gonna get on the yacht. Like you're a slave entering the slave ship. No, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He fucked up with that shit. You know what I mean? And Floyd, look, man, you know, he a good fighter and people try to cape for him, but you know, I'm not partial to the guy. I just see Coonan and I be jumping on it. I see Coonan and I be like, man, y'all stop that shit. Quit that shit. You like a dumbass motherfucker. Not saying he my homie or nothing. I ain't never been to one of his fights. He ain't one of my homies. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no love for him like that. He ADOS. We in the game. Saying, but when you going in front of white media cameras as a influencer, because white media goes to the sports people. I'm sure the sports people and the rappers gotta know that white media comes to y'all to get opinions on shit that they should be coming to new black media for. You understand? They're coming to y'all for shit that they know they should be coming to the best and brightest of black men for a reason, because they want y'all to say some stupid, dumb shit, some uninformed shit, so they can have something to run with and say, look at all them niggers. All them niggers think like that. All them niggers should think like that. What's wrong with all the niggers who don't think like that? And so it gives them a kind of a circuitous way to always come back to hating on us, the new black media, and the brothers who talking about boycotting. You know what I mean? It gives them a route to do that. That's what y'all Negroes are doing. And in your ignorance, you're helping them. And we have to be batting these motherfuckers down when they come around us with the bullshit that y'all have helped impregnate in them due to your non-informed way of living. And that's just what y'all going through. So if y'all don't see the cycle, at least on my channel, we see the cycle. And this is something we got to deal with. It's just the world we in. You know what I mean? What? Can't do shit about it. They're gonna keep cooning. They're gonna keep acting like what they do is how it's supposed to be, and white people are gonna keep running with it, saying, "Hey, look at this rich nigger. He's saying don't boycott. Well, what are you niggers doing?" They're gonna always play that side and ha 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 type of shit, and we're gonna have to sit back and be like, "All of y'all some punk ass motherfuckers, man." That's pretty much what we're shouldered with in life. You know what I mean, that's why it's always important for us to go against white supremacy, to go against cooning motherfuckers, to always have a sword up against all these motherfuckers because they own some bullshit with us. They're trying to make plays on our melanin to affect us physically, negatively, to bring our vibration down, to affect our health, to do all this other shit because it's a part of conquering. They want to conquer us. And I probably should do a post about the 4 different types of people that I feel don't care if black people are dominated. That was a video I wanted to do, but I was like, man, let me just put it off. But I'm gonna do a video about the 4 different types of black people that I feel do not care if black people are dominated. On my channel, it's good for y'all to just know who these people are because as we just got through talking about, we're gonna have to be wary of their actions because their actions are going to elicit actions from white society that will have white society attacking us. And we got to just kind of just see, okay, that's that attack coming from the coons that's been impregnated into the white people and they're going to bring it at us, or that's coming from white people via impregnated by the coons. Okay, all right, so we over here with it. We always got to be able to say, okay, so we over here with it because of those 2 factions working together. The coon and the white supremacist media and motherfuckers that would jump into an entertainer's face who they know has no base in black issues. They've been doing it since the 60s. Since before that, they always get a coon to talk up what they're trying to push. We need to just be wise to that, y'all, and just, have it on our mind that dynamic is always going to go on and not really stress it, but just always be like, all right, that's what you're doing, Floyd. That's what you're doing, Kodak. I already know why you're doing it. You're doing it because white people want to point the finger between the both of us and say, hey, you smart Negroes, you should be listening to these dumb motherfuckers over here that we put the camera in front of. The camera, the glitz, they got the camera and the glitz. The common black man on the street who don't get the camera and the glitz, don't listen to him, who's telling you not to coon, who's telling you not to support some degrading ass shit like a Gucci sweater or them Katy Perry shoes. Them shits, look, y'all know they already started reselling that shit. I was telling this to the sister Ashley W. And this is just, my final point I want to make. If y'all familiar with Ashley W., Ashley Wells, she has a channel on YouTube. Check her out, Ashley W. I fuck with Ashley's material. She's a black woman out there in Chicago. Got her mind right on a lot of shit, you know what I mean? And I like to bounce things off her. But in a chat, I brought up, look, because we were talking about this particular issue, and I brought up that, look, what they're going to do, they're going to put out this little blackface products. They're going to get the public uproar that comes from the grassroots. They're going to bring out their coons. They're going to do all this shit. They're going to pull the shit from the market. Then they're going to resell the shit on eBay or some other shit like that at a higher price for all of the collectors of that type of shit. It's just a marketing play. It's a marketing play to get some shit motherfucking sold at a higher value. And that's what it is. They didn't plan on selling a bunch of them. They plan on selling a few of them and then making their money off the few that they get to sell at a really high price. And they already start doing that shit already. So release it, pull it, sell it. See, they playing all these shit right during Black History Month. It's a fucking terrible thing for them to do. It shows that they're just evil profit masters and they're all about a buck as long as the dollar is still in existence. And that, is what that is. So I guess I got on what I wanted to get in, y'all. Shit. Ain't nothing else I could really think of right now. I got a lot of shit. I ain't in front. A lot of shit I want to think about. and think out as far as topics that I could throw to y'all. Someone's going through my Twitter. There's a lot of shit that I can look at and be like, oh yeah, that shit. Oh yeah, that shit. But that was pretty much what I want to touch on. Get it y'all later, man. Peace to you. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh yeah, forget. Let me go back. Don't forget to fuck with my Teespring. That shit jumping. Holla at your boy on it. Go get that I don't like mayo shirt. I'm gonna go ahead and pull one of them off the print. So y'all can see how that shit look. So y'all can be like, oh, that shit fly. I want y'all to see how that shit look up close. Cause fuck it. I support my shit. I mean. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. So you know when I'm dropping. Get it, y'all.